Hello and welcome back to Practicing Human, the podcast where every day we're getting a little better at life. I'm your host, Corey Mascara. And first, for those who listen daily, I just want to apologize for the lack of podcasts in the last week or so. I've just been navigating some personal things that have needed my attention, so I apologize for the intermittent posting. I imagine the next couple weeks they will be more regular as usual, but just bear with me if there are a couple of breaks here and there. In today's episode, we're going to talk about the benefit of being deeply fulfilled in its relationship to other people. More to come on that in a moment. First, let's settle in together with the sound of the bells. Okay, so one of the pushbacks around personal growth, or even meditation, can sometimes be that it feels like a self-centered practice. If you listen to this podcast, you probably have a more nuanced perspective on that because we do often talk about the benefit of your own inner work and your own well-being on the rest of the world. But I just want to highlight that again in this episode, which is that when you are deeply fulfilled, you're much better able to engage with others from a place of patience, more understanding, groundedness, love, rather than a lot of our traditional ways of relating to other people that can include things like defensiveness, manipulation, fear, protecting ourselves. And this is one of the powers of inner work and developing an inner sense of safety and ease and joy in ourselves. We go out into the world then with less of a need to protect, defend a part of us that might be scared or hurt. And when we do that, or when we are in the world in that way, it does complicate relationships. We're all going to bring this into our relationships regardless of how much healing we've done. It's just stuff comes out in relationships inevitably, which is why they're so powerful for our own growth. So let's just acknowledge that from the very beginning, that none of us are immune to this work and to the triggers that come up in relationships. But the more clarity we can bring to ourselves and our own patterns, conditionings, inner workings, the more we can navigate these in real time as they arise, and the less they will show up for us in a way that is destructive. And maybe you've noticed this in yourself. Each time you go through a period of healing, or even just think of it more basically, like you have a really good day and you're feeling good, and then you come home to your partner or relationship or even a friend, and they say something maybe that would typically activate you, but it seems to have a little less power over you because there's just this sense of, maybe a sense of self-esteem, sense of ease in yourself, a sense of feeling good about yourself. And it kind of serves as a buffer. Not that we don't still feel it, but the container that is holding it is much bigger. There's less to protect. We have a sense of our worth. And the person's words don't feel like such a jab. If anything, we tend to see it more as a reflection of what they're going through and the pain they might be navigating. But that's much harder to see when we're in our own pain. So more than anything, this episode is just a plug to continue to do your own inner work. And in the context of your relationships, if you're looking for, how to work with some of these patterns that arise, yes, there are things that you can and should do with your partner. We'll talk about some of that on this podcast, so you could check through different episodes. But more specifically, you can trust that this work that you're doing internally, the fulfillment, the safety, the love that you're cultivating from the inside out will impact those relationships and is directly related to that. So hope this gives you something to think about on your journey of practicing human. If you want to take a deeper dive into that work, then join me for the upcoming mindfulness retreat. We'll be going deep into mindfulness, the practice of it, how to apply it into your life in all different contexts and in relationship contexts, but really the ins and outs of developing a meditation practice, and just what actually mindfulness is through practice, through theory, through science, and what the latest neuroscience is saying as well. So I'd love to have you there. That's June 11th through 13th, 2021. You can learn more at CoreyMuscara.com/retreat. All right, that's all for now. Thank you for your practice and take care.